A lot of spells can stack with the overcasted version of that same spell to double the effects. Some of the ones that can are really good when double stacked. One that I've been using a lot is double Spirit Leech. I like to have a couple of extra Deathcaster lords or heroes in addition to my main AoE damage caster. The overcasted version of the spell is not as efficient in terms of Winds of Magic, but being able to just double that damage per second when you really need to kill an enemy lord can be really handy. Ghost actually regenerates, so if you take longer to kill him, he's actually going to regenerate more health, and that's not even including if he casts healing spells or extra damaging spells on your army. In this battle from my last Kugath campaign, I've attacked Ghost's main army on turn 7. I've got 3 extra lords supporting, including 2 Law of Death casters. Once I've drawn his bats onto my main blob and cleared the skies, my plague drones are able to focus fire Ghost. On top of that, I've got the 2 Death casters casting double stacked Spirit Leeches, and he goes down fast. Killing lords fast with Spirit Leech is one example. Double stacking healing spells can be great in an emergency for saving a valuable single entity hero or lord. Overcasting Regrowth increases the heal per second, giving you a new 1.2 heal per second effect. That stacks with the normal effect to give you a total of 2% heal per second for 29 seconds, for a 58% heal in less than 30 seconds. This stacks because the overcast version actually gives a different effect with a higher heal per second. Overcast versions that increase the duration also seem to create a new effect that can be stacked. You can see here, Overcasted Ash Storm with increased duration stacks with normal Ash Storm, so you can give minus 40 total weakness to fire. I haven't tested every single spell, but it seems like in general, direct damage, heals, buffs, and debuffs can all stack, increasing the duration, increasing the range, increasing the strength of the effect, adding an extra effect onto an existing buff, increased duration. All of these things on the overcasted version seem to create a new effect which will stack. A lot of the time, if you're just looking for the maximum amount of area of effect damage that you can get for the cheapest possible Winds of Magic cost, double stacking the same spell is not going to be the most cost effective, but I do find myself double stacking the same spells a fair bit in campaign, especially for factions that have 1 or 2 spell schools that you use predominantly, so you're more likely to have 2 casters of the same school. If I'm trying to get maximum captives and not so worried about just winning the battle and efficiency, I might use Area of Effect, Doom and Darkness to lower the leadership of the whole group of enemies, and then use the non-overcast version on the single unit that has the lowest leadership to break them. Then the leadership penalty from that nearby unit breaking will hopefully cascade and cause other units to break. You can double stack normal and overcasted Final Transmutation on a big stationary blob. That'll double stack that direct damage effect on every unit in the area. You can do the same thing with Flock of Doom, again doubling the AoE direct damage. These are just a few examples of times where I've found it useful to double stack the same spell. As I said, it's not about efficiency, it's about needing that double effect in that specific situation, which I find does actually come up a bit.